Another spring day in Oklahoma City. Good morning, or good afternoon if you're watching this in the afternoon. I'm Dave Morris here at the Oklahomans video studio, talking weather, some beneficial rain that we woke up to this morning, Monday morning in Oklahoma. And joining us now is Rick Smith from the National Weather Service to talk about the week's forecast. Rick, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Oh, glad to be here. Always glad to be able to talk about rain and storms without talking about all the nasty stuff that we usually get.
We were talking about that before we went on camera here, Rick. It's nice to have beneficial rains, thunderstorms, stuff that we can enjoy without it being a cinematic blockbuster event.
Exactly right, and that's kind of a rare event here in April in Oklahoma. But the rain and thunderstorms that we got overnight, starting yesterday evening, Sunday evening, and continuing this morning and into early afternoon, has been very beneficial. There's parts of the area that have received over 4 inches of rain out in west central Oklahoma. And there's other parts of the state that have received 1 to 2 inches of rain. So this is great rainfall for those areas that are suffering so much right now from the drought conditions.
Let's talk about that a little bit. We're chatting with Rick Smith from the National Weather Service. And Rick, when we go out to Lake Hefner at the restaurants there or the various lakes around the state for tourist activities or vacations, there's a lot of beach in the state. How much is it going to take to kind of fill up these lakes and rivers?
Well, we're going to need a lot more days like this. We're going to need a lot more events where we get 1 to 2 inches of rain. It's not going to happen in a day. It's not even going to happen in a week. We do have a wet weather pattern in the forecast for the rest of the week, and we've got decent chances of rain and thunderstorms every day this week, with minimal chances of severe weather. So again, that's always good news. But yeah, it's going to take a while to get us out of this drought. We've been in the drought for a couple of years now for parts of the state, and it's going to take many events like this one to improve the drought conditions. But you know, every inch helps, every rain event helps, and any water that we can get into those ponds and lakes and reservoirs and community water supplies, that's all important water.
And of course, it is that time of year, spring in Oklahoma, where you can expect some rains and storms. Is there any way of knowing, based on what we've seen so far in March of April, what we could expect storm-wise throughout the next 6-7 weeks?
There's not really any way to tell. I mean, we are in a fairly active weather pattern right now, but fortunately the setup is leaning more toward heavy rain, or rain and non-severe thunderstorms than the big time severe weather that we sometimes see in April. But we're not done with that. I mean, the season is young. We've had a couple of severe weather events, but we've got a lot more to go. It's mid-April, and our season typically doesn't start winding down to the middle of June. So even though we're not dealing with severe weather this week or today on Monday especially, we do want to stay on guard and be ready, because it's it'll be back. It's still springtime in Oklahoma.
Chatting with Rick Smith from the National Weather Service. Rick, I'll get you out here on this question. Just looking ahead over the next few days, what can we expect in Oklahoma?
Well, the weather pattern that we're set up in right now is going to be one where we'll continue to see off and on chances of rain and thunderstorms. This is probably our best chance of rain that we'll see all week, what's going on Monday today. But we're also going to see 30 to 50% chances of rain, depending on where you are in the state, for the rest of the week. And minimal chances of severe weather. There may be a couple of strong thunderstorms from day to day, but we're not expecting any big tornado situation or any big severe weather outbreak is on the horizon. So let's just enjoy the rain and the thunderstorms that we get this week. Most of our rain comes during the months of April, May, and June for the whole year. So this is the time we're supposed to be getting a lot of rain. And I know sometimes on a Monday morning, running out to your car and stepping in a puddle of water, it's hard not to complain about it. But let's remember what a serious drought situation that we are in, even here in central Oklahoma still, as you mentioned, with the lakes. And let's enjoy every drop of it.
He's Rick Smith, ladies and gentlemen, from the National Weather Service, one of our favorite people to talk to. Rick, thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
You can follow him on Twitter at OUNWCM, and he is a very entertaining and informative follow on Twitter, and the National Weather Service at weather.gov/Norman.